this relatively small thing and has the potential to grow into this really big, thing. And so, and that's kind of the elephant in the room, if you will. And so, I don't know if that changes how we think about this, time for next year, because I think the issues are still the same. Well, at least if we're talking about supplementing Bigelow effort, the idea around how do we make that so that the effort that we expend doing that, mimics the Bigelow tows to the best of our ability and is going to be actually accepted into the stock assessment process. So whether we do that on a relatively small scale or a much bigger scale, the issues are still the same. So to my thinking, we sort of need to decide if the primary role is to supplement Bigelow effort and have a platform available, if the Bigelow is not available, then those are the types of issues that we need to start thinking about. How do we make sure that these additional tows that we're going to do, the mandate that we've been given for this much bigger thing that we're talking about, and moving to industry platforms, it's been made very clear that the priority is to continue the Bigelow time series. And so there are a number of challenges involved with doing that. Trying to actually, we just 10 years ago or whatever, we went through a big effort moving from albatross to Bigelow, and this is kind of it's a similar issue. It's really in the same ballpark. And so I think if that's the tack that we're going to take, putting aside the flatfish survey or other types of surveys for a second, then to my way of thinking, we need to start, figure out what exactly those questions are and how we can use this time to start answering those questions. Because some of these we don't really know the answer to. Some of them I think we have a pretty good handle on, and some we don't. So that's just to kind of open the discussion. That's how I think about this time, is how can we use it to eventually make sure that when we do these additional tows, or whatever fraction of the survey we move to industry vessels, that we're actually doing what we're mandated to do, and that is continue the Bigelow time series. And that's a real big ask. That's a real big problem. So, and I think there are a number of issues that could be addressed at that time. So, just as an opening gambit, I'll put that out there. And I think there are a lot of other ways. There are a number of gear or efficiency issues that I think even after this work we'll still have. And that could be another avenue that we might explore. Two very different things. And to bring the flatfish, if we think that we're going to go down the flatfish survey road, well, obviously the sooner we start that, the better. So I think there are a lot of different options on the table, and what I would like to see, what I would hope that we could at least make some progress towards, is ferreting through all these. I mean, do we want to try to do all these things, some subset? If we do just one, or what's the best one? I mean, I don't know the answer to these. I'm just kind of throwing it out there. So that's kind of where my thinking is, and obviously what's happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks is, there's a lot going on there, and there's a lot to think about. But that's my thinking right now.
Thanks, Michael. Sorry.
So